We've probably gone further, but Paimon can't... It's probably about... Let's go. Maybe Sino's fine. Oh, looks like Sino caught someone! So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? Alright,
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, he is not the primary instigator, but he is...
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Sino.
Huh? Greedy?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct?
No, I'll talk. But before that, if we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put...
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick us!
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Sino's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Dad, you're back! Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
This is my daughter, Seemin. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Sino in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler!
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Sino, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you.
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the...
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. My daughter was born with a chronic disease, so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly... That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her... As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. Until one day, someone reached out and showed me...
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the mora I made, I could finally afford medical There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child, but I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter, you'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will...
Whoa.
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods.
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other knowledge.
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this? Yes, it's a Matra seal, indicating that the good... I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal? No wonder they don't want me to investigate. Could I ask you for a favor, Travel? Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that if we can enter the repository. But, considering my current status, you'll need to be the one who checks the records.
Sure thing! Leave it to us!
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to some... We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here.
Hello, we meet again. Have you managed to find Sino? I read the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious.
It's alright. We wanted to help Simon.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research file's stored away. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. But with this, that's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Follow me, I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answer.
The restricted repository.
Okay, I understand. Since Sino is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know.
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who, even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
found anything yet? Huh. It reminds Paimon of Sino's former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only...
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew...
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He used to be Sino's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm.
Ah, right. I heard Sino mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the Academia, everyone had high expectations, and he had an unpleasant dispute with his father. But they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why he chose to move to it.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for...
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible.
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now. Impossible. Taj would never do that. I mean, but this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against...
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the Academia, then Taj is in... Because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the... There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I... Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you...
Paimon's kinda confused.
Oh, now that I think about it, Sino suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the Academia, right? There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Don't worry, Taj. I won't let your reputation...
Alrighty then, let's go ask around.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving...
Huh. Well, yes, but isn't that pretty normal? The Academia consumes so many resources each day, everything from cooking ingredients, raw material...
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a Matra.
That I'm not too sure of. I normally wouldn't notice whether the...
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods?
No, not that I'm aware of. Perhaps you could ask...
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments...
Huh? Why?
Just checking to ensure nothing unusual has...
Well, I can't say it's unusual, but there's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar used to often sell scrap machines to traveling merchants, but he's been making a lot of shipments lately. There weren't ever so many outdated.
And you didn't find that suspicious? Why didn't you report it for inspection?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should I bother? Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe they forged it or something. A man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally and ordered me to leave the
Impossible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would ever... No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must be trying to frame him. Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. I was standing outside before I realized it. The door opened, and Taj left with the group of them. I noticed that he had also changed into... But Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also started to feel a little concerned about the whole thing. If you'd like to...
A group of Eremites? Could Taj really be the one making all the canned knowledge?
No way. Taj is just like Sino. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would... Fine. Looks like there's no other choice.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.